In Florida and Tennessee, prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Give your car the refresh it deserves.
Here I am in my 2023 Santa Cruz. Going for a test drive. So now you get to see a bird's eye view of what I see. So I've done a number of these videos. I know yesterday I did my Bluetooth glitch. So let's see what happens. So let me scroll all the way down. You can kind of see, hopefully. I'm going to call this number, see what it does.
Thank you for calling Quality Auto Parts. We are currently closed. Your call is important to us. Please.
Okay, that works. So it works now. It was probably my phone. Let me try the voice command. Let's see what mode does. Bluetooth audio. Phone projections, sounds of nature, USB music, FM, so I guess these are things, some little Easter eggs, and I guess that's it. Lively forest, sounds of nature. Go to work.
The route guidance will start now.
Alright. Oh well, they decided to put some sounds of nature in this thing. That's pretty cool. We go to radio, go to FM, okay, that's my favorite station. I'm going to leave the media down. Let's see what the Star does. Button settings. Radio media on and off. So, alright, let's exit out of that. So let me go to map. So yep, some little hidden Easter eggs. I do think they're pretty cool. If you look down here, I'm going to try actually using the shifter pedals. It's in smart mode, and show you some of my other videos. You know, I can change the display, change the drive mode to snow, normal, sport. I'll leave it in smart. Let me actually grab my other glasses because it's getting cloudy. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm going to be using this camera. This is actually working pretty good. Blessed be. Let's take a look. Boom. And when I get to another stop sign, I'm just going to, put it back in the regular drive. Because that's the thing with the dual clutch, is you can use the shifter paddles rather, and or you can just drive it like it's a regular automatic. Now, with the whole computerized thing, what has happened to me in the past was, I guess turning the steering wheel I must have hit one of the pedals and, you know, made the computer go haywire, so it went into what was called, you know, limp mode. So that's that. So here goes. So I'm using the paddles. You know, I guess with this, you don't have to take your foot off the gas like you would in the manual. Now you can stomp on the gas and it'll kind of default to changing gears to a point, but you know, you might drop the transmission and make this thing worth about 50 cents. So, you know, I'm not sure if you can utilize this feature, you know, like a brake, like you can with a true manual. You can also, if I angle the down, you can kind of see I can downshift using the shifter. Again, I'm not sure if that's really recommended in the user manual. I'm not sure if these are designed for, you know, treating like a, you know, manual, using the transmission and drivetrain as, you know, as an additional brake. But you know, obviously, you know, the way technology has advanced, you know, when it comes to automatics, you know, they're more efficient than their, you know, manual counterparts. But you know, there's just something about a manual that just makes it much more fun to drive. And you know, very few people realize that even in the 80s, there were a few cars that had, you know, what they call like a intelligent manual, where it was oriented in the same fashion as a you know, a traditional manual, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reverse, but there was, you know, no third pedal. And I believe with those, you know, you still had to take your foot off the gas while shifting. I don't know. It was a very rare design and it didn't really quite catch on. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to put this in regular drive. Look both ways. Always do that. And you know, it just didn't catch on. I don't know whether it's because you know, the shifting wasn't as smooth or whatever, but for whatever, it just didn't catch on. And then obviously, you know, auto sticks, you know, much like this one, you know, they've been around for a while. I mean, it might not have been a dual clutch, which is what this is. And it's an unusual vehicle design, you know, for something that's, you know, like a truck. I'm not sure what type of drivetrain the Mavericks have or the Ridgelines have, you know, in comparison, but you know, they rated this to tow 5K, which, you know, I obviously have done before. You know, doesn't mean it's going to like it, but that's what they rated it for. And you know, so that's that. You know, I'm sure you saw my other videos that, you know, it was able to tow a car. A small one nonetheless, you know, but it was able to tow a car across 3 states, so meaning, you know, my geo tracker. And again, next time I do drives of that, I'm going to be using this body cam because it's, you know, much easier than fucking setting up my phone on the thingamajig. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And you know, I do like the Cruise, you know, because, well, one, it's like a car, so you get better gas mileage, but it can function like a light duty truck when you really need it to. And you know, in the case of towing something small, because you know, if you're buying this, a Maverick or a Ridgeline, you're not doing super heavy duty towing all the time. You know, they're just not made for that. Well, I do wish this had a naturally aspirated V6. I think they use that in their Palisades, but not their Santa Fe's. But